everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. Who am I? Oh, Richard. At Richard on the MakeCode forum.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel at Daniel M on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon at Shakao on the MakeCode forums.
And I'm Vivian, not at Vivian on the MakeCode forums.
Hey, where's Joey?
He said he was not gonna join today.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I didn't really come up with an idea before like a minute ago, but my idea is something we've done on stream before, where I think we're gonna do it in like a slightly different take, which is conveyor belts.
That was my idea too. That's crazy.
That's great. Okay, so we've done conveyor belts in a game that we did before, which if I had been professional, I would have pulled up and shown you guys, where you had like a group of people and they jumped around and they were cool conveyor belts. So I want to do that, but I want to do more fun stuff with it. Yeah, Vivian.
We've done also another conveyor belt game, which was Hat Factory.
Hat Factory. Yep, that's the other one. All right. So I'm going to, I want to basically recreate those conveyor belts we did in the 8x8 one, because I feel like there was some untapped potential there. So I'm going to add our, rectangle/small tile maps, so we can do some 8x8 tiles. And we're going to go ahead and create some conveyor belts. So what do we mean by conveyor belts? Well, you know, it's like, it's a belt, and it moves in a direction, like left or right. And when you're on top of it, we're going to have gravity. So this is going to be a side scroller. It's going to push you in that direction, and, you know, also push anything else in that direction that lands on top of it. So let's start by making some tiles for this. And now for the tiles, we're going to animate these, which is fun. But so for the tiles, we really just wanted to do markers of where these conveyor belts should go. Okay, so we're going to have two different kinds going to the left and kinds going to the right. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make some ones, just like some blanked out conveyor belts to go in each direction. So this is going to be like the left end of this one. Now I'm going to duplicate this, edit. This is going to be the middle part. And now I'm going to duplicate this, edit this, and make the end bit. All right, so now if I want to make a conveyor belt going to the right, I'm going to do like the end, middle, 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 right. And so that's going to make our conveyor belt. Does that kind of make sense? Do you guys see like how that's kind of conveyor belt shaped?
Yes.
Cool. All right, so we've got that. We also want to do our ones in the other direction. So we're going to duplicate, 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 flip, 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 flip.
We don't have the budget for this, Richard.
I'm sorry. I know I'm using up all the animation budget. Oh no, this is annoying though. Okay, we can't just flip these because I want them to be like, you know, laid out right in my tile editor. So I'm gonna go ahead and have to fix this. I forget, what were all of our job titles? Do you remember?
In what? In our production?
Yeah. In our production of Family.
Joey was script supervisor?
Mm-hmm.
You were
director.
casting. Was I director? I thought Shannon was director.
I think you were director. Because
I
you were
thought I was producer.
Producer, right. The fake job. I just don't know what producers do.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does, to be honest. Okay, so we're just going to put in some random conveyor belts so that we can start coding. And like I said, they're not going to look like this. This is just, we're putting in placeholders where we want them to be, and we're going to put some animated sprites on top of it to make it look like it's moving. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so for each of these tiles, we're going to loop over them, and we're going to create a sprite that is going in the correct direction. So not index. We want a for of. There you go. we're going to go into scene, and we're going to start with our one that's going to the right. So let's start with this in piece right here. So I'm going to get the array of all of those locations. And now for each of those, I'm going to create a sprite to go on top of it. And I'm going to animate that sprite.
Daniel, if you were going to be involved in a production of a stage theater, what would you say your job would be? If you can't be the
audience.
Okay.
Is that fair to say?
And it's like, most importantly, viewers like you. That's you.
A critic. How about that?
Oh, are you willing to be bribed?
Sure.
Okay.
These critics today have no integrity.
That sounds like a job.
I wouldn't be able to admit it, but maybe, I guess.
Shannon, I think that falls under producer, right? Bribing the critic.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
All right, so what we're doing is we're basically making our little conveyor belt. And so the way this is going to work, maybe I'll just make it take up the full height. I don't think there's a problem with that. That'll make me able to make this look a little more round than it does right now. What are you laughing at, Vivian?
Nothing.
Share with the class.
I have a brownie, and I'm not sharing with anybody.
Oh my gosh. Shouldn't have asked. Okay, so how we're going to do this is we've got our little conveyor belt here, and we're going to break it up like it's a belt. So to do that, we're going to do, let's see, we want to make it so that it's even. And since we have an 8 width here, that means that we want our pieces to be 4 long. And a piece is going to include like the conveyor belt up to the point where it breaks and the break. So we want to do 1, 2, 3, break. All right?
Yeah. I'm ready to count.
Okay. So
break.
Let's go ahead. We're going to do the bottom here. And then I think we can kind of be a little loose with this next one, but let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Break.
Break. 1, 2, 3. Break. Yeah. And so that looks a little weird because we're like wrapping around. But yeah, anyway, that's the idea. So let's go ahead and animate this. And we're going to just move these pixels by 1 for each frame. So I'm going to duplicate this. And this one's going to the right. So we want the ground to be going to the right. So we want this upper bit to be going over here. All right. So the idea with this is we just need to keep moving these things until we get to a point where we're back at the original image. And because we're going around a curve, we can kind of fudge it a little bit because, you know, it's a little bit off. So we're gonna be doing our best to do that. So let's go ahead. We're going to duplicate this again and move this over, move this over, move this over, move this over, this over, move this over. Move this one up. That like that. And there we go. Now we'll do the next one. Wait, did I mess this up? Okay, I just messed up this frame. So let's see. This one should be here. This should be here. Move that up. That up, move that up. Like that.
Richard, I'm confused by the first frame. Cause there's one that has a 2 instead of a 3?
Yeah, it's because it's not perfect. We don't actually have the right number of pixels going around here.
Okay.
So it's going to be going fast enough that we can kind of fudge it.
Okay.
And so that's going to be our plan.
I see.
All right. So it's this one, and then this one. Is that right? Yeah. So let's move it over 1, and this one. Okay. One of these is not right because I can see it in our little, oh no, I'm just seeing it loop around. That makes sense. Okay, wait, so are we back to our original image already? I thought that would take longer.
You need to push.
No, okay, I think I need like, let's see, so this needs to go 2 more, I think. All right, so we're gonna move this one over, this one over, this one over, this one over. Boy, I forgot how confusing it was to do this. Oh, and I think we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that looks like a little conveyor belt going around, right? It'll look a little bit, Vivian doesn't seem impressed.
No,
It'll look a little bit better once it...
It's like one of those optical illusions where like looks like they're spinning left, but if you twist your brain a little bit, it can also look like they're spinning right. And I can make this conveyor belt look both directions.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how many frames is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we should have 4 frames. That makes sense because we're having our little bits are 4 pieces long, you know? So we're going to go ahead and do our middle ones now. So we're just going to duplicate this. We're going to select our middle ones like this. Oh, let's also actually place this on the right location. And turn loop on. All right, so now we should have this over here. So a little bit off because I didn't make the image 8 by 8 to start. Nice, okay, that's what we wanted. So we're now going to make this just a straightaway piece. So we're going to do it like this. And so this one's going to the right, so we want the top to be going to the right. So let's go ahead and delete all these frames. We don't need you. Move this over, move this over. Nice and tedious.
I think the word you're looking for is meditative?
That was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I get those mixed up all the time.
It should, you know, the sparkle emoji? Think of, okay, it's very, you know, satisfying. So satisfying.
Vivian, what does this mean?
What? It's like a thing, right? It's like suspiciously nice things. It's
Look
like
at
when you mix
this.
paint. Ooh.
Yeah, so this is really shaping up. All right, now we just got to do the last one. So the last one's going to look really similar to the first one. Actually, can we just flip? No, I don't think we can.
You can copy the animation and flip the frames.
I don't think we can.
I think some combination of horizontal and vertical will get you the thing you want.
All right, let's try it, Shannon. Let's see you put your money where your mouth is. No, not that one. That one. So we're gonna take these flames. Oh, I think Shannon's right.
Why did we have so much trouble with this last time? That's what I want.
I don't know. I think I just didn't do it in like a nice uniform way, you know? And so, but really it's pretty easy. Okay, no. See, it's glitching out.
Just reorder the frames. Just reorder the frames. That'll be good. Flip the frames. Reverse the array.
I think it actually just needs to be offset by 1. I think we need to take this one and put it over here.
Okay, I stand by reversing a linked list is never useful.
Okay, now the bottom's messing up. Okay, I'm starting to see why we had trouble with this. All right. So, no, not this one. All right, we're going to go over here, and we're going to look. Okay, so when we start off, we want this to be 3 like this. No, sorry, we want this to be here. Want this to be here. Something like that. Okay, and so I'm going to adjust all of these frames to match that. So with that, we want these to be over here. We want this to be, let's see, that last one was like 3 and then black, right? So this one we want to be 3, then black, like that.
Wait. Why? Wasn't it right before? You want it to move over 1 pixel, right?
Yeah, so I want all of these to advance 1 frame, basically.
Right.
Right? So now it's like that. Am I going in the wrong direction?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Don't you want it to go to the right?
No, I want it to go to the left.
These are
Yeah.
the right.
The top should go to the right, the bottom should go to the left.
Can you run the simulator and make it big? I swear to God, this is moving. Is the top not moving to the left?
I'm wondering if like Teams is dropping frames for us, and that's why it looks to
Maybe.
the left to us.
Yeah, that must be what's happening, because the top is moving to the right, the bottom is moving to the left.
It must be a Teams thing.
This is why I thought it was those left-right turning optical illusions, but it's not. It's just Teams. Richard, how many times do we have to do this conveyor belt until we make it into an extension?
I don't know.
A few more times?
Yeah, I mean, we've only really done it once, you know?
I know, but
I
it's
got
so
that one
hard.
We got that 1 pixel now that's hanging out, so I'm going to fix that. Well, I mean, it's only been 18 minutes, and we're just going to flip it for the other one. Not that bad. Right.
But you know, it's just like, why reinvent the wheel? The conveyor belt wheel.
That's true. The conveyor belt wheel.
Yep.
My mom always used to say that to me.
Have a lot of conveyor belts in your house?
Yeah, didn't you?
Oh. Let me think. We did have a magic machine where if you put a dollar bill in, it doesn't come out. And for some reason, that's magic.
In your house?
Yeah. And you like roll it up with a crank. Is that still a conveyor belt?
So, but also, sorry, can you elaborate?
I think
Gotcha.
the ploy is you put a blank piece of paper the size of a dollar bill inside the conveyor belt. And it's just like, you know, it's part of the conveyor belts within the machine. So then when you feed the dollar bill in, a blank piece of paper comes out. And that's magic. And nobody will be like, what's with this machine? We have a question in chat. Can you join in this lesson? Yeah. Richard, can they join this lesson? Yeah.
No. Yes, you can.
All we've done so far
right.
is make conveyor belt animations.
I'm going to turn my air conditioner on because it's pretty hot in my apartment.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay. We got our conveyor belt that's going to the right. Let's do our conveyor belt that's going to the left. I'm sorry if it looks like it's going in the opposite direction. I promise that's what it's doing. So I think we might be able to reverse it. Possibly.
I would believe it.
So, we're going to copy all these. We're going to change these to be, so we can't just do this one. We actually want to do the opposite end. So we're going to do this one. This one should just be flipped. And this one's going to be the opposite end of what it is currently. So right now it's this one, so it should be this one. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to flip, 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 flip. Like that. Going to do the same thing over here. Flip, flip, flip.
I thought this was going to be in a reversing the array situation, so I'm just like, who knows what's happening at this point?
No, I think
this
is right.
Yeah. I believe it.
We'll see. It works in my head. Yeah. Okay, do these just look completely wrong to you guys?
They just look opposite of the direction that you're saying.
Yeah, the bottom two are going right, and the top one is going left, and it's like that on the stream as well. So I don't think the team's issue.
Also, Richard, do you want to drop a share URL to this in the chat?
Sure. Okay. Does it look right now?
No.
No? All right.
Same as before.
Here you go. Verify that I'm not lying.
Oh, I'm just going to put it in the Twitch chat in case people want to follow along.
All right. Okay. So we've got all of our conveyor belt animations in there now, but do verify that I'm right, please. And make sure that I don't just have my directions backwards, because that would be bad. Okay, so now that we've got our animations going, we want to make our tiles all the same. So right now we have these 3 different tiles that make up our thing. And that's going to be kind of annoying to program against. We're going to have to do, like, triplicate everything, which we don't want to do. So instead, we're going to just change our tiles in the scene to always be this, just like the base tile in that direction. So we're going to get a set tile at location. We're going to change this to just be the straight up one with no corners mocked out. Put that in the value. Duplicate this, put it over here. So this isn't going to change how our game looks, but it is going to change how we write our code, which is going to be nice.
It's because of the order of you're doing it, because you're setting it, and then later you're making a sprite over it, right? Because you're like
not though, right?
What? It's their first 4 are.
Oh, you're right. So I just need to move the middle parts up to the top. That's a gold star for Vivian.
Woo! Oops.
All right. By the way, I did add the gold stars for yesterday.
This is great. We're getting so... You should look at the acceleration of our star charts, you know? It's probably very high.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to put this into a function just to clean up our code. So I'm going to go into here and I'm going to say make conveyor belts. Here we go. Going to stick this in here. Going to collapse it. Going to call it right now. There we go. Neat and tidy. All right, so I think to start off, let's just do like a normal platformer. And so the idea that I have for this is I want there to be containers down here, okay? And I want boxes to be falling down, and you're gonna have to put the boxes on the conveyor belt so that they go into the right containers.
This is...
Yeah?
Yeah. I had similar energy idea as you as to what I would do if I was going to drive today. And I want to know why we're both on this conveyor belt path.
I don't know. We got the mind meld going. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to our tile map, and I'm going to make our places. So I think for now, let's just make this like so that our well, first, whoops. First, let's make sure we're covering up the entire screen. So we're doing 8 by 8. So we want to do 20 by 15, and I think I'm actually going to go taller. So let's do 20 by 30. Okay, so down here, I'm going to put the right side is going to be like the green zone, and the left side is going to be like the red zone. So I'm going to just go ahead and make some tiles for that. And don't worry, we'll make it cute in a second.
Nice.
Red zone. Whoops. Accidentally clicked outside the editor.
Rookie mistake.
Yep. All right, so we'll fill that in. And so what I want this to do is, what should our background color be, I guess? Let me go ahead and edit this right now. Like purple? Beige? I like beige.
Go beige.
Okay, and so I want this to be like a little transition thingy. So I'm going to go into here, duplicate this tile, and then I'm going to make this like a little triangle, basically. So it's going to go like up like this. Yeah, Vivian gets what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be, we're going to do it like every other tile. And then we're going to duplicate this, edit it, flip it.
This looks dangerous. This looks like the top of snacks where you're supposed to like tear the corner off.
Mm-hmm. It's not supposed to be like spikes, you know? It's just like telling you, well, it's just like where it begins, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do the same thing for green. So we're just going to duplicate both of these. Make green. Right, this one. Whoops. Yeah, and then I think we should like put like some sort of separator in the middle. So we're just gonna make like a, I think we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna fill in the sides. Gonna make it yellow. And we're gonna like stripe it up.
Like a warning thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this.
Yeah, I probably did that wrong. Oh, I did it right. Well, it's a little off. Maybe it would look better if I made it like this. Yeah, ooh, I like that.
Nice.
So we'll just go ahead and block off the middle here. Up. And I'll make a little cap because, you know. All right. So it gives this like an industrial feel, you know.
We have somebody in chat saying that your caution tape looks nice.
Thank you. All right, and I'm gonna make it so that the one side of this is like black. I think that's gonna look a little bit better. Like that. There you go. All right. So we got our basic arena. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in just a bunch of random conveyor belts. I'm not really going to think about it too hard, you know. We'll see how it goes. We also might have to change the background color on our conveyor belts, but for now, this is fine. And so I think that I just want a bunch of things for us to use right now to like play with. And then we will probably put some more thought into this once we've got the programming done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of these things that aren't very interesting right now because like what makes this interesting, I guess, is like having a conveyor belt that's putting it in the wrong direction. And so what we probably want to do when we're like thinking about this is thinking of pathways to each of these sides. And then we would want to make some interesting pathways that would like, you know, trip up the player. But we're not going to do that just yet. Also, I'm going to make it so that this one is not there. So there should be a lot of pathways that go from one side to the other, and they should be hard to kind of like decipher so that it's a little bit like confusing. Okay, so I think I'm going to go into my conveyor belts and I'm going to switch the colors around. This should be pretty quick because it should just be a fill. Ooh, wait, question. Should I leave this as like the like these parts like that, or like dark purple?
Ooh, yeah, I think that will look good.
Yeah, all right. Take a little bit more time. Why don't we all sing a song together while we wait?
I have questions if we have some
Yeah.
space. Shannon, did you have conveyor belts in your house? Any conveyor belts?
Does a vacuum cleaner count as a conveyor belt?
In what way? I'm curious the thought process there.
It's conveying the dirt up into the vacuum cleaner. Attaches, rolls it back.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's how vacuum cleaners. Shannon, how do you know how vacuum cleaners work? Suspicious.
You have to clean them after you use them.
Did you do the vacuuming in your house?
No, but I do it now.
Oh, I see. And you have a conveyor belt vacuum cleaner now? In this day and age?
Right, what do you have?
Like an air one?
But it's got a little rolly thing in it.
I'll check afterwards.
Chat says people are conveyors of meaning and stuff, which is true.
That's true. But do you wear belts?
But are we
Some
belts?
people wear belts.
Do you wear a belt?
I don't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There.
I only have one belt. And sometimes I wear it.
But some
I used to
people...
wear a belt when I had a job that required me to like dress up.
In which case you wear a conveyor belt.
I guess that's true.
Did Easy Bake Ovens have conveyor belts?
I never had an Easy Bake Oven.
Okay, never mind.
I don't think so.
I mean, so like, did it have like one of those little toast? You could like scroll and do like a toast thing. Was that like a thing?
You had to like shove it in there with a stick, and then it would pop out the other end after a bit.
Yeah, I think primarily it had a light bulb.
True.
Couldn't you make real food in an Easy Bake Oven?
They would like you to think so. Sorry.
Define real, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think I had an Easy Bake Oven.
Like edible food, just like food that you could eat.
You know what?
Yeah, you could. Yes. But it did cook things with a light bulb, so you were taking your life into your own hands. You know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've done one direction for our conveyor belt. I don't want to spend too much time doing this without coding. So I think we're just going to have these other ones look weird for now. But it'll make it so that you can tell which ones are going right and which ones are going left on stream. So it kind of works. So we're going to leave this as is for now. And let's go ahead and get to our coding. So I want to start out with just a normal platformer. So we're going to make a character. It's going to be a pretty boring character because we've done too much art today. Going to 8 by 8, but we want to be a little bit smaller than that. So we're going to do my classic character, I think. Is this guy. I think I did the hair wrong.
Kind of looks like the Fall Guys guy.
Is it?
I don't know. Has a head, legs.
Can't argue with that.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay. So we got our little guy. And did I make him too tall? I made him too tall. That's why it's looking a little weird to me. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and make it so we can move him with our buttons, but we want to make sure we only move in the X direction. We don't want to move in the Y direction. And one other thing we didn't do is we're going to go ahead and mark these all as walls. Okay. Also a wall. Okay. So, now that we've got this going, let's go ahead and make it so that we actually like have gravity. So we're going to go into here. I think we'll make a variable for this. Gravity. And we're going to use the number we usually use, which is 500. Now let's go ahead and set the AY of our gravity, of our sprite, to this gravity. Put you up at the top. And there he goes. Now we're going to do the camera follow so that we can actually see where our guy's going. Ooh, there we go. And we're going to now do the jumping. So let's go ahead and just do on a button press for jumping. We're going to check to make sure we are on the ground. So inside of scene, there is an is hitting wall. That's what we want. There we go. We want an if. So if my sprite is hitting wall bottom, then we're going to do a jump. And so for doing a jump, we're going to use our classic formula. This is, if you're ever doing a platformer, this is a really helpful formula to know. So if you want to control how high you can jump, and I do, I'm going to make it actually pretty high for now, 48. Then you can use this formula to make it so that you go up a specific number of pixels based on whatever gravity you have. So we're going to take our sprite, we're going to change this to be our VY, and we're going to fill in our formula, which is going to be the square root of 2 times gravity times jump height. And then we do this 0 minus to make it negative so that it's in the up direction. Whoop, 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 whoop. Cool. All right, so I'm jumping 48 pixels, which is equal to, let's see, six tiles? Yeah, that looks about right, right? I think so. All right. So we got our little character. We're bouncing around. But our conveyor belts aren't doing anything yet. So let's go ahead and make those guys work. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to go into an on overlap, or actually an on hits wall event. We're going to use the sprite kind player, And the nice thing about on-hit wall is that you get this nice little location thing, which will let us tell if the tile we're hitting at that location is something. So let's go ahead. We're going to do tile at location is, and if you remember, we changed all of our conveyor belt tiles to be either the one going to the right or the one going to the left. Let's start with the one going to the right. So if the tile at the wall we're hitting is this, then what we want to do is we want to make it so that we go to the right. So the easiest way to do that, the way we're going to start out anyway, is we're just going to do a change x by 1. Whoop. And now I'm stuck. Yeah. So this is nice because it feels really good, and also it makes you slower when you're running up against the thing and faster if you're running with it. Oh, right. I forgot about this bug.
What happened?
Okay, so if you hit the wall on the right, or just like on the side, you get this stack overflow. Come on. Make the thing happen. Sorry guys, I'm bad at games. There we go. Okay. So if we hit it on the right, we're getting a stack overflow. Why is that happening? Well, every time we move, we check to see if we are hitting a wall. All right? So what's happening is we're moving ourselves to the right. That means we're hitting a wall, we're getting bounced out, and we are then moving ourselves back to the right. So it's just doing this infinitely. So we don't want that in our program. That's what's causing this bug. Luckily, it's easy to fix because we only want to do this if the wall is like below us and not to the right. What does this mean, Vivian?
Oh, I was just thinking this Halloween, we should all dress up as different blocks. And this was going to be the if block. Or, you know, a conditional block.
Like, interesting.
Oh, because it's pointy.
Because it's pointy, yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
So everybody think about which block you want to be.
Okay. So the easiest way to fix this right now, and this isn't going to fix it for everything, but this will fix it for this case, is I'm just going to say we're going to check to make sure we're hitting a wall on the bottom. All right. And so this will make it so that we only run this code if we're hitting on the bottom and not if we're hitting on the right. So now if I go ahead and hit that thing again. So bad at video games. Damn.
Will you be able to see
I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I did it. My code did not run, which means that we're all good. I'm not going to get that stack overflow again. All right, so let's do the conveyor belt in the other direction. Oh, wait, we don't even need to do that. So we're just going to do this. We're going to change this to be the other one. Not that one, that one. We're going to do change x by -1. And now we've got a fun little thing where we're like, nowhere is safe. Fine, okay, cool. All right, so this is working. One thing though, I think we might want to adjust the speed. So to do that, we're gonna make a variable and it's gonna be called like belt speed. And I guess that's not quite what it is, but for now I'm just gonna set this to be 1. What should that variable be called? Anyone?
Belt. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking about my Halloween costume.
Oh, Vivian. Gonna be another parent-teacher conference.
always excelled at parent-teacher conferences.
I believe this.
Okay, so this is going at a much more reasonable pace. So if we zoom in, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Hopefully you can. You see how I'm not matching the speed of my conveyor belt?
Oh, because the pixels are moving faster.
Actually, we're moving faster than the conveyor belt. I'm going to change this to be like 0.25 and see where we're at. It'll be good to have it slow for testing anyway. Whoa, that's actually pretty close.
There's a gap in.
Yeah, I know. I've been noticing that too. Okay, we're still slightly faster, but this is pretty close. Let me make it like 0.2. And let me fix that gap that is annoying me and Shannon. I think it's on the left one.
Mm-hmm. Up 1, 2, yeah.
Okay. I know why I missed that. That's because that's where my little Teams call was. There we go. Okay. Yeah, all right. So we're matching up pretty well with it now. Awesome. Okay, so we got our character. We got them moving around. It's nice and leisurely. It's not going too fast, which I think is good because things are about to get a little bit more hectic. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start spawning packages. So these packages are going to come on like just from the top. They're going to fall down and they're going to have either a green or a red label. That's right. We're doing sorting again. And we're going to have the ability to pick these guys up and like throw them, I think. I want this to be kind of like a madcap game where you are like picking things up and throwing them on the conveyor belt you think is going to the right one, you know?
No, but I got you.
Okay, so no, but you do get it.
I don't get the madcap thing. I don't know what that means, but the concept is pretty straightforward.
And what does madcap mean?
Like hectic, chaotic.
Yeah, like zing and.
Oh. I've never heard that before. That's cool. I thought this was like a game studio. I was just like, well, that makes sense.
It does sound like it would be a game studio.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bet. It's true.
we can be madcap.
All right. So let's go ahead and start spawning our packages. So we're going to go into, let's do a Daryl. So cute. All right. We're going to go into a game category and get an on-game update interval. And now we're going to do a logic, and we're going to do like a 50% chance for what kind of package we are going to spawn. So let's go over here. We're going to make them 8 by 8. We can make them 8 by 8 because they don't need to fit through any gaps. And if they do, they should be always like perfectly aligned, I think. So it should all work fine. So we're going to go ahead and make this a package. Make the inside orange. And then there's going to be like a green label on this one. And then for this one, it's going to be a red label. All right. Now we're going to give these the gravity that our player has. But we're also going to go to this. We're going to do add a new kind, which is going to be package. And let me rename this variable. Package. A package. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give them the same acceleration that we're giving to our player. So let's just go ahead and change this to be a package, not belt speed. Package, so they're falling down. And we're also going to make it so that they obey the conveyor belt by just going over here. We're going to duplicate this. And because I used my little sprite variable, this should just work. Let's watch them go.
Awesome.
Look at them, so many. Okay, so this is kind of boring right now because they're all spawning in the same place. We're going to instead spawn them in the like in a random location. So we're going to set a position on these guys. We're going to set the Y to be, I guess like -8, so that they kind of spawn off screen. And we're going to set their X to be a random thing that is on the screen. So we're going to put it in a nice little range. It's going to be like, so our screen is 160 pixels, but we want to give a little bit of wiggle room. We're going to do 10 to 150. So we got like a 10 pixel dead zone on each side. Look at them go. So many. They're all green. Okay, there's a red one. All right, some red ones are happening.
This is madcap.
This is madcap. Okay, and they're all kind of just, you know, landing down here, which is cool. So now what we want to do is we want to count our points. So I think we're going to use text sprites for this. I don't think we want to use score. I want to like have a little thing that's going to tell you like how many you have sorted correctly in green and how many you have sorted correctly in red. First though, let's make this a little friendlier. We're going to switch this to be a forever. We're going to make a variable that's going to be called like spawn interval. We're going to set spawn interval at the start to be 5 seconds. Yeah, I kind of did the opposite by not putting in the spawn interval yet. Oh my gosh, my computer's slowing down so much.
Stop it, Richard.
Look at them. So many packages. All right, so we're going to go ahead now and put in a pause. Put this in right here. We're going to pause for our spawn interval so that we make sure that we are throttling things. And then we're going to change our spawn interval as things go on to just make it a little bit faster or slower. So let's go ahead and do that right now. We're going to make it just really gradually go. Yeah, what's up?
Did you intentionally not use spawn interval before?
No, I didn't.
Is that a quarter?
Well, I just hadn't gotten to it yet because I had just created the variable, but then I noticed the thing.
Okay.
It wasn't that I forgot. It was that I noticed in an intermediary state that it was.
Sure. Just making sure. We're all learning right now to identify this new species of quarter.
Yeah. No, I get it, and I would cop to it, you know, if it was.
Yeah, I trust you, Richard. Cool.
It's good. We're about trust. Because one of the things we're about is the truth. Okay, so we've got our packages falling, but we need some way to like interact with these guys. So I was thinking we would pick them up and put them down. That's kind of boring, isn't it?
That's not madcap.
Yeah, you know what I think is more fun?
What?
We can just like kick them. With like B, and it just sends them flying.
I love that.
Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's see if we can, if this is fun. We're going to go ahead and, yeah, what's up?
No. You go ahead, and then I have a question for Shannon.
Okay, so first I'm going to add the character animations extension. Do we have anything after this, or can we go a little over?
Let me check. I think we're good, unless if you want to do a tech talk.
No, I got no talk to tech. Sorry, flip that.
Oh, Shannon. Nothing. Let me ask my Shannon question now then. Shannon, in soccer, is there Is there a name for the kick where you like kick it really far, like across the field or like down the field? Is there a name for that? Is that a special kind of kick?
Like when the goalie does it or when anybody does it?
Ooh, either way.
Okay, so I think the goalie one is called the goalie kick, as far as my high school soccer team called it. I don't know, Daniel, do you know things about soccer?
Yeah, but I know them in Spanish.
Ooh, is there a word?
Is there a word for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we call it saque de puerta, which just means like you're getting it out of the door or out of the goal. I don't know.
That's kind of better than goalie kick.
Yeah, we also call this sport football, not soccer. So.
All right, so we're using the character extension because it's going to let us do some easy animations, but the main thing we want it for is actually just tracking this facing right or facing left, is this nice thing. And so what we're going to do is, depending on which direction we're facing, we're going to create a, a sprite that is going to be our kick sprite. And this is just going to be a little invisible thing that we don't show to the player, but we're going to make it, I think, we'll make it extend, I don't know, let's just do 8 for now. And we'll make it like 4 or so, and we're just going to fill it up pink. And we're going to create it right out here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set its Y to be the same as our sprite. So go ahead and set our Y to be the my sprite Y, and then we're going to set its left or right depending on which direction we are facing. What am I doing? Oh, duplicate. So for facing right, we want its left to be our right. And then in the other direction, we want to do the opposite. All right, so let's just see this. Now I'm going around. I can create these little kick sprites. They don't go away. But there we go. So let's go ahead and make it so that they disappear. We're going to go into here. We're also going to set another property, and that property is going to be lifespan, because we want these to be pretty quick. So we're going to go into lifespan. We're going to set this to just be like 200 milliseconds. And now we can kick, 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 kick. And that's going. So what we want to do now is we want to make it so that when this overlaps with a package, we're going to set the velocity of the package. So let's go into our sprites category and drag out an overlap event. We're going to do onSprite of kind package. Overlaps other sprite of kind. Oh, we should probably give this a kind, right?
Yeah.
Kick. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Kick, but not excited. Then what we're going to do is we're going to find out, is the kick on our left or is the kick on our right? So we're going to do a quick if. We're going to, actually, we should probably just base it off of the player. So whichever direction the player is facing. Like whichever the direction the player is relative to us. So, we want to get the x of our MySprite. I'm going to say if our MySprite x is less than the x of our package, then that means it's to the left of us. So we're going to set its velocity to be like, I don't know, like negative 150. And then for this one, we're going to do like positive 150.
What's MySprite?
MySprite's the player. Yeah, I didn't give them a nice name because I'm a bad programmer. All right, Where's a package I can kick? Kick. Oh no.
If your X is that backwards?
Oh wait. Oh. Should be negative 50. Stop. Negative 50. No. We gotta fix this block bug. It's really annoying. Oh, I'm setting the velocity of the player. That's what you were trying to tell me.
I think the VX is also backwards too.
If the X is less than, yep.
Okay, cool.
I think that's another gold star.
I get 2. Do they multiply? Is that like 1,000?
No.
Okay, if I get another gold star today, though, would that be 1,000? This is overtime, no. Richard. Don't I get paid for overtime?
No, you don't.
Oh.
Gold stars are not currency, so they have no monetary value. Daniel, I occasionally give out gold stars. I'm the only one who's allowed to award them. And if you get 100,000 gold stars, you can trade them in for the bicycle behind the counter.
What's the bicycle behind the counter?
It's a bicycle.
All right.
It's not real, but it's something for us to look forward to.
I think it's real. We just need to get to 100,000 stars.
Yeah.
I'm the closest.
Do you also get them? Can you award them to yourself?
So I can actually show you how many I have. I have I think I have dead beef stars because I control them. But yeah. Anyway, I think we're good. Let's end this here, and I'm gonna pick this up another time. I like the look of this game, so we're gonna come back to this one. So let's sign off for now. I'm Richard. At Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Daniel. Daniel, I'm on the MakeCode forums.
And I'm Vivian at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum. And Shannon was at Chicago on the MakeCode forums.
What happened to Shannon?
She had a drop. She has, you know, obligations unlike us.
I see. All right.